So, good evening, everyone. I instruct Channel 31 to start live streaming this meeting. Welcome, everyone, to tonight's council meeting. I'm the Mayor, Councillor Thuy Dang. I declare this meeting open at 7:01 p.m. I would like to welcome the members of the public who have joined us in the chamber tonight and online. Members of the public attending council and committee meetings are expected to behave respectfully at all times and not permitted to engage with the councillors or council officers during the course of the meeting. This includes directing loud and inappropriate comments towards councillors and officers, or making noise that impact council ability to conduct its meeting. All persons present tonight have the right to be safe and treated with respect. Council will not tolerate any behavior that threatens the safety of anyone present in the chamber or which disrupt the ability for council to conduct its business on behalf of the community. You will be asked to leave the meeting if your behavior is inappropriate, disruptive, or rude. All members of the gallery are required to register their attendance at council meetings to support a safe and secure environment for all, whilst allowing council to conduct an orderly meeting. In the unlikely event of an emergency, please follow the direction of the council officer and the emergency procedures on the wall near the door. Channel 31 has been given permission to live stream this meeting. A recording of this meeting will be published on Council's website. For item number 1, opening, please stand for the acknowledgement of the country. On behalf of Brimbank City Council, I respectfully acknowledge and recognize the Wurundjeri and Boonwurrung people as the traditional custodian of this land and pay respect to their elders past, present, and future. I ask councillors to remain standing for the council commitment. Others may be seated. At the council, we will act in the best interest of the Brimbank community and consider the immediate and long-term impacts of our decisions. We will make these decisions fairly and without bias. We will uphold all of our obligations under the law of Victoria and council's local laws, and will act in accordance with the Model Councillor Code of Conduct. Councillor, please be seated. We move to item number 3, apology leave of absence. Councillor Daniel Crooks is on leave of absence from 19 October 2025 to 16 November 2025. Councillor Louis Sinh Nguyen has requested a leave of absence for the periods from 13 November 2025 to 27 November 2025. So may I have the mover of the motion for Councillor Nguyen? Yeah, Councillor, Madam Deputy Mayor.
I'll move the motion as per shared screen.
Thank you. May I have the seconder, please? Councillor Nikolic.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. I'm happy to second this leave of absence.
Thank you. I'll put the motion to the vote. All in favor, please raise your hand. The motion carried. Thank you. Item number 4, disclosure of conflicts of interest. Are there any declaration of conflicts of interest for tonight? No, thank you. Item number 5, designation of item as confidential. May I have a mover of the motion to designate items as confidential, please? Councillor Truong.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I move on the screen. Thank you.
Thank you. May I have the seconder, please? Councillor Nguyen.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I second the motion as per shared screen.
Thank you. I'll put the motion to the vote. All in favour, please raise your hand. I declare the motion carried. We move to item number 6. Confirmation of minutes of previous meeting. May I have the mover of motion to confirm the minutes of the previous council meeting? Councillor Rashid?
I'll move the motion as per shared screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Rashid. May I have the seconder, please? Councillor Maria Kerr?
I second the motion as per the shared screen.
Thank you, Councillor Kerr. I'll put the motion to the vote. All in favour, please raise your hand. I declare motion carried. Item number 7, condolences. There are no item of condolences this evening. Item number 8, congratulations. There are 3 items of congratulations this evening. The first one, Mr. Basilios Moskos, OIM. So may I have the mover, please? Councillor Tarkos?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I move the motion as per shared screen.
Thank you, Councillor Tarkos. May I have seconder, please? Councillor Bouch?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Second as per shared screen. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Tarkos, could you like to speak to the motion?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. On behalf of Brimbank City Council, we'd like to extend our heartfelt congratulations to Mr. Basilios Morkos, OAM, on the being awarded the Medal of Order of Australia in this year's Australia Day Honours 25. This esteemed recognition places him amongst 320 distinguished Australians acknowledged by the Australian Government and the wider community for their exceptional service and contributions. Mr. Basilios has been a pillar of strength and progress for the Egyptian community in Australia. His instrumental role in establishing St Mary's Coptic Orthodox College, the first Coptic Orthodox school outside of Egypt, has left a lasting legacy that continues to benefit generations. His dedication has also been evident in the founding of various Australian Egyptians Association. One which was established in 1973 was key in providing support for newly arrived immigrants. A year later, he became the founding member of the Ethnic Council of Victoria. A devoted member of the Coptic Orthodox Church, Mr. Basilios is widely respected for his wisdom and guidance, which many seek in times of need and hardship. His generosity and open-hearted nature have made him a trusted figure and a peacemaker within the community. His exemplary leadership and unwavering commitment to serve his community is an inspiration for us now and for future generations. A humble and generous man who isn't interested in titles or accolades, but shown true grit, hard work and passion for his community. He is very much deserving of this important recognition, and on behalf of this council, we congratulate him.
Thank you, Councillor Tarkos. Thank you. Councillor Bao, would you like to speak to the motion?
Certainly, Madam Mayor. Thank you. And I echo the Councillor Tarkos on what she's stated. And it's not every day that we have one of our valued residents rewarded an OAM, so congratulations. And what an honour the 87-year-old Basil Marcos has done. He's recognised for his contributions to the Brimbank community and the Rotary Club for more than the last 50 years. He migrated to Melbourne in 1971 and he tried to enrol his kids to a Catholic school but got declined. He knew that people required another school for his community, and later on St Mary Coptic Orthodox College opened its doors in 1991 after years and years of Basil advocating for a school. His dedication to continually improving the life of those around him hasn't gone unnoticed. And I'll leave you with one of his favourite quotes, actually, and it kind of resembles himself and our team in Chambers today. And I quote, "Don't be a spectator in life, act instead. Feel the need of the community and support them," unquote. So amen, Basil, and congratulations on your achievements. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Bao. Councillor, are there any want to speak to the motion? Councillor Truong?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just would like to add in respect to other my fellow council already congratulations. It's the congratulations for all your hard work for the community for a long time. The call center to expressing deepest gratitude and appreciation to Mr. Marcos on OIM for your lifelong dedication to the Coptic and Irish community. We pray that God continue to bless you with strength and wisdom. Your service to the community with the distinction. Congratulations.
Thank you, Councillor Truong. Other councillor would like to speak to the motion. Councillor Maria Kerr?
Good evening, and thank you for coming along and bringing your family. I just wanted to say congratulations and thank you so much for all the work that you've done in our community. North St Albans and St Albans is a very difficult area, and all the work that you've done with all the families should be recognised. And so proud that you're a Brimbank resident, and congratulations again, and God bless.
Thank you, Councillor Kerr. And Councillor Pham?
To the chair, thank you. I would like to acknowledge the service that you've been serving the community, but also congratulations to you on your OAM. But there are two words that I like from you that I really take a note in, which is the first one is if you can do something good and don't do it, that's a sin. So, the second one that's really touched me is also I think if young people use their time carefully, they can do miracles. So I think the young people are our future. And you started young, serving our community, and still going on until your age now, and achieve the work. That's really grateful, and hopefully young people can look upon on your achievement and contribute better. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Pham. Madam Deputy Mayor?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would also like to join my fellow councillors in congratulating Mr. Basilios Marcos OAM. What a great achievement. That certainly speaks a lot. Thank you so much for your sterling contribution, not only to the Brimbank community, but more importantly also for the ethnic community across Victoria through the work you have done. Thank you, and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor. Are there any? Yeah, Councillor Rasis?
I would just like to congratulate you on your exceptional service and on the recognition and outstanding service of our community in Brimbank. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Rasid. Are there any councillor who would like to send a message to Mr. Marcos? Right. I too would like to join my fellow councillor to, on behalf of Brimbank City Council, we are so proud to recognize Mr. Marcos OIM, a long-standing Killer resident whose extraordinary service had made an enduring impact on the Brimbank community and beyond. Mr. Marcus had dedicated more than 50 years to community service, education, and humanitarian work. Since he migrated to Australia in 1971, he had helped shape and strengthen our city through his leadership, compassion, and generosity. Councillor Tarkos had mentioned a few work that Mr. Marcos has done, and I want to add it in that he's also involved into founding the 3ZZZ radio which is giving voice and support to the multicultural community across Melbourne. And through it, and he's also dedicated in involving into with Rotary, including leadership roles with the Brimbank Central Rotary Club. Mr. Moscow has championed countless local and international initiatives supporting youth, education, and community well-being. Among his many contributions, Mr. Morcos also served as a councillor with the former city of Keilor, demonstrating his deep commitment to local government and his passion for representing his family, his community. So, Mr. Morcos, your story embodies the very best of the Australian spirit, one of perseverance, generosity, and fight. On behalf of Brisbane City Council, we acknowledge and celebrate your Medal of the Order of Australia and your lifetime of service to the community. Once again, congratulations. And we would like to present a letter of congratulations to Mr. Morcos. And I would like to invite all councillors to go to the middle of the chamber to have a photo with Mr. Morcos and the families. Thank you, Mr. Morcos and the family. Councillor, we are get back to the business now. Yeah. May I have the mover for the motion, please? Sorry, so we have Councillor Takos move and yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. Could I put could I have the vote, please? All in favor, please raise your hand. The motion passed. Thank you. So we move to the congratulations to Mr. Michael Sposato. May I have the mover, please? Councillor Nguyen.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to move the motion as per shared screen.
Thank you. May I have the seconder, please? Yeah. Councillor Victoria Board.
Yes, I'll second that, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor. Councillor Nguyen, would you like to speak to the motion?
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. Through the chair, I would like to congratulate Mr. Michael Sposato, who has dedicated 37 years to the Sunshine Heights Junior Soccer Club. He had volunteered at Sunshine Heights Junior Soccer Club previously as a secretary, then treasurer, and then club president for 16 years. Mr. Sposato's commitment to the club goes beyond singular position or title. For 37 years, he worked tirelessly from managing equipment orders and membership registration to attending all the game days and training nights, where he set up the field, opened up and ran the canteen from 7 a.m. No task was too small or insignificant for Michael. Every aspect of the club was important. Michael Spozzato dedicated his life to soccer and to ensuring that children had access to play sports. Inclusivity was crucial, regardless of their background. Supporting children from disadvantaged families was really important to Michael Sposato. He would never reject a child from joining the club, believing that access to sports is crucial to children's development through learning teamwork and play. To further his knowledge of youth mental health and youth engagement, Mr. Sposato went out of his way to attend courses ran by Headspace. Thank you so much to Michael Sposato for your outstanding contribution to football and to the Sunshine Heights Junior Soccer Club.
Thank you, Councillor Nguyen. Madam Deputy Mayor, would you like to speak to the motion?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would also like to congratulate Mr. Michael Sposato on his 37 years of service to the Sunshine Heights Junior Soccer Club. What a great service to the community. I'm sure he has left an impression to the community and the people that he works with in more ways than one. But I'm mostly thinking of the young players. I'm sure he has mentored a lot along the way to some extent or another, and this is a legacy that will live on for many years to come. So thank you so much, Mr. Sposato, for your contribution to the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor. Could any other councillor like to speak to the motion? Councillor Thuong.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I think Mr. Michael Subosato has been recognized for his outstanding volunteer individual significant for contribution for the community. Sorry. From Sunshine High Soccer Club President and Treasurer Michael Shaboshrater were due for his more 35-year long involvement with the club. Mr. Sposato is former filter and turner who worked as a production manager in the hardware manufactory for many years and has been in the club president for the past. The club formed in year 1960, currently have been 7 servants for the team. Sunshine, and we congratulations for all the hard work he put in for the soccer club and it's being recognized. It's not only for the member in the block, but for the member in the community. Congratulations.
Thank you, Councillor Truong. Would anyone else like to speak to the motion? I would like to join all my councillors to congratulate Mr. Sposato on your wonderful dedication and leadership and unwavering commitment to Brimbank community. We are so proud and so grateful for all the work that you've done. Congratulations to Mr. Sposato. And I put the motion to the vote. All in favor, please raise your hand. I declare the motion passed. We move to item number 8.3, Devika Chaudhary. May I have the mover, please? Councillor Nguyen?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to move the motion as per shared screen.
Thank you. May I have the seconder, please? Madam Deputy Mayor?
I second the motion, Madam Mayor.
Yeah, thank you. Councillor Nguyen, would you like to speak to the motion?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Through the Chair, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge and congratulate Ms. Devika Chaudhary, who was recently recognised with the Outstanding Contribution to Community Award at the 2025 Multicultural Youth Awards. Ms. Devika Chaudhary is an outstanding young leader in our community, a dedicated mathematics and physics teacher, and an emerging legal professional. She brings a deep commitment to education, equity, and social justice, and has made a real difference through her work with diverse and disadvantaged students, fostering inclusive learning environments and advocating for fairness. Alongside her teaching, Ms. Chaudhary volunteers her time to empower women, promote STEM education, and support community tutoring, all while preparing to contribute to access to justice through her future legal career. And many of us will also remember Ms. Chaudhary was named Brimbank's Young Citizen of the Year in 2022. It's wonderful to see her continue to be recognised more broadly for her contribution and leadership. On behalf of Brimbank Council, congratulations to Ms. Chaudhary on this well-deserved honour, and thank you for continuing to make Brimbank proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Nguyen. Madam Deputy Mayor?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate Ms. Devika Chaudhary for receiving the Outstanding Contribution to the Community Award at the 2025 Multicultural Youth Awards. I first met Devika back in 2016 when I was first elected for the Brimbank Council, and she certainly left quite an impression with me for a number of reasons. Her presence, she has got a certain presence that really is very, very catching and very significant. She has got a great stamina to work with the community besides her professional role. And she is highly aspirational in more ways than one. She certainly is a rising star, and it's great to see her as a member of our community in Brimbank. Thank you, Devika, and I'm sure you've got a lot more to achieve in the coming years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor. Councillor Tarkos?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to echo what's already been said, and I just wanted to give a bit of a detail on her Devika's background. She was born in Delhi and migrated to Victoria with her family at the age of 6. There were difficulties experienced in those early years of adjusting to a new culture. As a young adult, she recognised the challenges that new migrant families typically face, like many families in Brimbank, juggling endless priorities and activities. She said, I recall seeing families migrate from overseas and not understanding some of the processes that we now know and take for granted, she explained. Sharing her experiences and insights with other children and their parents on schooling, culture, and family life, she has helped many families feel comfortable as they transition to life in Australia. As we also are aware, Devika's passion is to volunteer comes from her own family, I met her mother also through Women of Brimbank initially, which is a multicultural women's support group. Many of us have been to a lot of their fantastic and dynamic events. Devika continues that and to play an important role in helping local women build confidence and lead happy, productive lives. As a member of this organisation, we commend Devika, and we know that she's aspiring to great things for the future. Thank you, Devika.
Thank you, Councillor Targott. Would anyone else like to speak to the motion? Councillor Jewel?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yes, like Councillor, the Deputy Mayor, Victoria Bo, I missed Devika in year 2016. And 30 times she's very young. She ran around to help with her mom. And so I so surprised and so impressed with all the work she's doing for the community for several years now. I know she recognized to receive the Young of the Year 2022. And after that, it's her mom is also received the Citizen of the Year 2023 from City of Brimbank. It's to show us how it's impressed for the member in the community. Volunteer, work the hard work, and support or do a lot of things for the community. So once again, I would like to congratulations for all outstanding contribution to the Community Award for Multicultural Youth Award. Once again, congratulations to Ms. Devika.
Thank you, Councillor Jewel. Would anyone else like to speak to the motion? No. Yes, Ms. Devika Chaudhary. At our council have shared all your work. And I think this award is not just a recognition of your hard work. It's a reflection of passion, resilience, and a deep commitment to making community a better place for all. So, Devika, your dedication inspires us all, and we couldn't be prouder to see your effort acknowledged on such a meaningful stage. Congratulations, Devika Chaudhary. I'll put the motion to the vote. All in favor, please raise your hand. I declare the motion carried. We move to item number 9, public question time. Mr. Bilava, I understand we have received questions from the member of the public.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We have one question this evening from Elise Hoskins, who asks, under Section 171 of the Local Government Act, Council may waive the whole or part of any rate or charge or interest. Section 171, subsection 1, substituted by number 109/2003. The Council may waive the whole or part of any rate or charge or interest since 2018 until present 2025. The City of Greater Dandenong has granted a total of 13,825 waivers for rates, charges, and or interest accrued in line with Section 171 of the Act. Could Brimbank please advise of the number of rates waivers of either the whole or part of any rate or charge or interest that Brimbank Council has provided its residents in the past 7 years?
Thank you, Mr. Bilava. Under section number 171 of the Local Government Act 1989, Council had discretion to waive the whole or part of any rate, charge, or interest in specific circumstances, such as cases of financial hardship. Over the past 7 years, from 2018 to 2025, Brisbane City Council had granted a total of 8,252 waivers for rates, charges, and or interest in accordance with Section 171 of the Local Government Act 1989. These waivers are generally provided following an assessment of individual circumstances and in line with Council's financial hardship policy. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. There are no further questions.
Thank you, Mr. Bilava. So we move to item number 10, petition. In this item, Councillor can ask question but no debate. There are 2 petitions to receive this evening. Petition 10.1, extend Brimbank Aquatic and Wellness Center pool hours to 10 p.m. Are there any questions? No? May I have the mover, please? Councillor Tarkos?
Thanks, Madam Mayor. I move the petition motion as per shared screen. Thank you.
Thank you. And may I have the mover, Councillor Truong?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm second mover line on the screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Truong. So I'll put the motion to the vote. All in favour, please raise your hand. I declare motion carried. Thank you. Move to item number 10.2, urgent repairs of food park in Varsity Court, Albanvale. Are there any questions to the CEO? No. May I have the mover, please? Madam Deputy Mayor?
I'll move the motion as per shared screen.
Thank you. May I have the seconder, please? Councillor Pham?
A second is per set screen. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you. I'll put the motion to the vote. All in favour, please raise your hand. I declare the motion carried. Thank you. Item number 11, minutes reports of delegated committee. There is 1 minutes of delegated committees. Lead wedge, joint delegate committee. May I have the mover, please? Councillor Nikolic?
Thanks, Madam Mayor. I'd like to move the motion as per the shared screen.
Thank you, Councillor Nikolic. May I have the seconder, please? Councillor Bouch?
I'll second the motion as per shared screen, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll put the motion to the vote. All in favour, please raise your hand. Thank you. The motion carried. We move to the officer report. There are 10 officer reports for consideration for tonight by Council tonight. If you had your own motion this evening, you must draft these motions and provide the governance team via email so that they may share it on screen and form part of the meeting. Otherwise, we may have to defer the matter until the motion has been written, allowing the meeting to proceed uninterrupted. Report number 12.1, Brimbank City Council Annual Report 2024 to 2025. I invite Director Hill to present their report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Each council is required to prepare an annual report by the 31st of October each year. This annual report has been prepared to comply with the Local Government Act 2020. The annual report provides information on our strategic, operational and financial performance for the year 1st of July 2024 to the 30th of June 2025. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Director Hill. Are there any questions to Director Hill? Councillor? No. So no question to the Director. So I'll put the motion. May I have the mover, please? Councillor Kerr?
I move the motion as per the shared screen.
Yeah, thank you. And may I have the seconder, please? Councillor True?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I second mover line on the screen. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Kerr, could you like to speak to the motion?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm very pleased to support the adoption of the Brimbank City Council annual report. This report highlights a year of strong practical results, responsible financial management, investment in essential infrastructure and clear accountability to our residents. Across Brimbank, we've focused on the fundamentals: safe streets, well-maintained roads and footpaths, reliable local services and a cleaner, greener city. These are the things that make daily life better and give ratepayers confidence that their contributions are being used wisely. In Copernicus Ward, we've seen a real progress. Our parks, open spaces are being improved and maintained. Upgrades to local facilities are delivering value for families and sporting clubs, and residents continue to show great pride in their neighbourhoods. This report reflects a community that works hard, values stability, and wants to see steady, responsible growth. It shows that good governance, sound budgets, efficient services, and forward planning delivers results that people can see and feel. To everyone who contributes, our residents, volunteers, and local organisations, thank you for your dedication and pride in our city. As we look forward to the year ahead, let's stay focused on what matters most: safety, reliability, and prosperity in every corner of Brimbank. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Kerr. Councillor Jewel, would you like to speak to the motion?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just would like to congratulate all the hard work from the staff, the member in the community. It to show it together we are Brimbank and working better. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Jewel. Could anyone else like to speak to the motion? Councillor Takos?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to just talk about the Rail Before Runway campaign that we've been running as well. The federal government, our campaign is calling on the state and federal government to urgently deliver the Melbourne Airport rail before the Melbourne's third runway is built. Following the launch of this campaign, we welcomed the state's $4 million funding commitment for the Melbourne Airport rail, an additional $2 billion from the federal government to upgrade Sunshine's station into a transport super hub, which is a key project poised to transform Brimbank and, more importantly, the whole of the West into an exciting transport hub over the next decade. This council has been instrumental and the strongest voice in a sustained campaign calling out the health risks associated with Melbourne Airport's third runway and calling on the federal government to implement noise mitigation measures. We have also been the loudest of all councils, and this has resulted in improved conditions within the minister's approval, including a noise amelioration program that is beginning and now as we speak, that for the first time at an established airport in Australia has been extended to residential development located within the ANEF forecast 25. So the contours to assist residents most affected by the aircraft noise. And the second one is a never before seen community health study to be conducted over 20 years from the commencement of the third runway, recording baseline data in the lead up to the runway construction. And I reiterate the importance of the collective advocacy from this council to protect our community's health. We will continue to do this in an unwavering way through our advocacy to protect our community, but to ensure people in Brimbank have every opportunity to live in an environment that supports individuals to thrive and transform in times ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Takos. Could anyone, Madam Deputy Mayor?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. It's always exciting to see this report coming to Council for endorsement. It's a highly comprehensive report which reviews Council's performance, achievements and progress, as well as provides insight into emerging challenges facing the organisation. Considering the financial constraints and other challenges, the delivery of the services across all sectors is quite a feat. Also, as the Mayor said in her message, it tells the story of a proud and progressive community. I would also like to mention the number of awards that Brimbank Council received over the last 12 months. Such awards are not only highly welcomed, but also are also a testimony of the quality of services this council is providing. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor. Could anyone else like to speak to the motion? Councillor Bouch.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And as per tonight's report, our record speaks for itself, but of course there is always more to be done. We're all here to represent our community and their interests. Brimbank has created an inclusive, accessible and sustainable place which is pivotal to Council's vision for a thriving municipality. In 2024-25, Brimbank delivered a range of infrastructure and public space improvements, such as the completion of the Lionheart Reserve Tennis Pavilion and upgraded parks at Kevin Flint Memorial Reserve and Larissa Reserve Neighbourhood Park. We also planted over 5,000 native plants at Bon Thomas Grasslands in Deer Park, and at the same time tackled illegal dumping of rubbish across the municipality. Our work in establishing a bold vision for Sunshine Energy Park was recognised earlier this year. The project was even received the Reward of Excellence in the Urban Design category. So, ladies and gentlemen, our advocacy has paid off. Like the previous councillor said, our Rail Before Runway campaign called for the state and federal governments to urgently deliver the Melbourne Airport rail before the Melbourne Airport's third runway is built. And to summarise, we've secured a lot of funding from the state and federal governments. As previously stated, $4 billion funding for the Melbourne Airport rail project, an additional $2 billion to upgrade and transform Sunshine Station into a transport super hub. But in addition, securing another $300 million for a diamond interchange at Calder Park Drive. In addition to that, we have $6.6 million from the state government. They'll be used to expand the youth crime prevention and early intervention project run by Victoria Police in Brimbank and Wyndham. Let's hope that works. An additional $12.1 million from the state government funding for a new bus route, Route 405, between Carnley and Deer Park, and it's about time. We are also making strides in multiculturalism in terms of the community to build the Vietnamese Museum of Australia, which is anticipated to open in mid-2026. And it's also great to see that Brimbank has improved its customer service results from 70% last year to 72% this year. And it is the highest satisfaction rating since 2011. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Bausch. Would other councillor like to speak to the motion? Right. Thank you. I'll put the motion to the vote. All in favour, please raise your hand. I declare the motion carried. We move to report number 12.2, final draft. We are Brimbank Council Plan 2025 to 2029. I invite Director Hill to present their report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm pleased to present the final draft We Are Brimbank Integrated Community Vision 2050 Council Plan, Health and Wellbeing Plan 2025 to 2029 for Council's consideration. This plan meets our requirements under the Local Government Act 2020, which states that councils must prepare and adopt a council plan covering at least the next 4 financial years following a general election. The document reflects extensive work with our community over the past year, including community engagement with councillors, external partners, and more than 490 community members between July 2024 and August 2025. It also draws on input from our Brimbank Community Panel, which developed 7 principles to guide our council decision-making and future reporting. The plan identifies 13 strategic priorities and 44-year initiatives, each aligned to our 5 key pillars of people, places, prosperity, and leadership and governance. Overall, the plan provides a clear framework for action for the next 4 years and supports a shared direction for council and community. I recommend that council adopt the final We Are Brimbank plan as presented. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Director Hill. Councillor, are there any questions to the Director? May I have the mover, please? Councillor Kerr?
I move the motion as per the shared screen.
Thank you, Councillor Kerr. May I have the seconder, please? Councillor Tarkos?
I second the motion as per shared screen. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tarkos. Councillor, before I open the debate, I would like to say a few words for our council plan. It is my pleasure to present the We Are Brimbank Integrated Community Vision 2050 Council Plan and Health and Wellbeing Plan 2025 to 2029. This plan shows our shared vision for a proud and vibrant Brimbank that's beautiful, thriving, healthy, and connected. It also includes a councillor commitment, our promise to serve and work alongside the community to make Brimbank stronger and more connected. This plan is very important. It is the result of work with our whole community, from children to youth to older adults, including people from many different cultures, backgrounds, and life experiences. Together with my fellow councillors and council staff, we include more than 490 community members, as Director Hughes had mentioned, as well as external partners and our community voice panel. This helped us understand what the community cares about and wants to see over the next 4 years. Our community panel creates 7 guiding principles for council decisions. These principles will guide our work and help us stay open and accountable. We are committed to reporting back to the panel and the wider community on how these principles are being applied and the progress we are making. All of these steps give us a strong plan for action, a clear roadmap that is both ambitious and realistic, showing what we want to achieve together. Brimbank is entering a time of big change, with more than $4 billion from the state and federal funding, and another $2 billion already invested in transport, health, education, and housing. Through our future city approach, we are planning for sustainable growth, making sure Brimbank stays vibrant, livable, and welcoming for people and businesses. This approach will guide both private and public investment and how we deliver infrastructure and services. We also recognize the challenges ahead, from climate change and new economic change to population growth, cost of living, and new community expectations. These create both opportunity and pressures. This plan provides a framework for Council to respond in a flexible, careful, and planned way. We are Brimbank a clear and practical plan that will help us keep building resilient, inclusion, and prosperity for everyone in Brimbank. Thank you. So I invite the mover to speak about the motion. Councillor Kerr.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Tonight's item is one of the most important before us. This plan sets the direction for how we shape our city's future, how we make Brimbank safer, stronger, and more prosperous over the next 4 years. What stands out to me is that this plan is grounded in reality. It's about getting the basics right, delivering reliable services, maintaining local infrastructure, supporting local business, and ensuring that ratepayers see real value in their investment. Our community wants a council that listens, acts, and delivers, not one that overpromises. And that's exactly what this plan does. It recognises that strong local leadership means focusing on safety, amenity, and opportunity, the things that genuinely improve quality of life. In Copernicus ward, I've seen firsthand how practical improvements, better roads, footpaths, upgraded facilities, and support for local traders and families lift community pride. This plan continues that momentum and keeps us accountable for what truly matters. I'm proud to support a plan that builds confidence in council, respects the contribution of our residents, and positions Brimbank as a city ready to go responsibly, attracting investments, supporting jobs, and providing a secure future for our next generation. That's what leadership looks like: common sense, decision making, respect for the ratepayer, and genuine belief in our community's potential. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Kerr. Councillor Tarkos, would you like to speak to the motion?
Thanks, Madam Mayor. This final 4-year council plan was the collective work of council, but also the voices of over 400 members of the Brimbank community have been heard through a broad range of community consultations, pop-ups, panel discussions, presentations, feedbacks, and many of us also went out in the community and listened and on sticky notes took all that feedback and put it together. Some of the key themes fed back through to us through these consultations are 3 components: people, the importance of social connection, support for the vulnerable, and local programming; place, which includes infrastructure, amenity, and safety; and prosperity, which includes better transport, heritage, employment, housing, urban cleanliness, addressing rough sleeping, which is a huge issue for many municipalities. The council plan marries all the above to deliver a powerful vision and framework for our city for the next 4 years. This roadmap is a commitment that our council makes, working together with our community to build a stronger, more connected community, but it also responds and doesn't shy away from the challenges that we face. And some of those challenges are higher unemployment, health and disadvantage, poor transport connections, high gambling losses, impacts of the third runway, mental health services and the lack of access to them. And this is why advocacy and our priorities continue to reflect the many of these challenges as gold priorities. Because whilst we focus on a vision of prosperity, we cannot leave people behind. Health and well-being continues to be our priority, and we will continue to prioritise improving mental health and well-being, addressing food insecurity and health and eating issues, improving gender equality to tackle family violence, and working in prevention to promote safety in challenging times. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tarkos. Would anyone else like to speak to the motion? Councillor Ward?
Just briefly, Madam Mayor, it's great to see this final draft coming to Council for endorsement. I still remember very, very clearly back in December 2024 when we had an all-day workshop and we started working on the Council plan with Council staff and councillors. And it has been quite a long journey, but as other councillors mentioned, this is a highly important document which will shape our future for the next 4 years. And it's great to see it coming to Chamber for endorsement. Having identified the needs of the community as well as the current and upcoming opportunities, Council specifies the specific plan for the next 4 years in its delivery of its 80 services within the context of the refreshed Community Vision 2050. As already mentioned, I would also like to reinforce the significant contribution from the community, both during the development of the first draft and the final draft that we are endorsing tonight. I want to say to the community that your enthusiasm to participate in these consultations is highly acknowledged, especially during the pop-up consultations and the sessions with the Brimbank Community Voice panel. Your input, no matter how small or big, is highly valuable to us. And for this, we say thank you. And thank you also to the CEO and the ALT and all the council staff who worked so hard and so diligently in developing and finalizing this report. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor. Would anyone else like to speak to the motion? Councillor Nikolic.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. There's a really fantastic quote in there from a resident which I liked, that this report was strong, well considered, but a really great foundation for community transformation. And I'd like to go one step further and say it's community led transformation. I was really grateful to be at both the Water Gardens and the Sunshine Shopping Centre pop ups that we had earlier in the year, and heard from many residents all across from health, well-being, and general equity what we were doing well and what they wanted to see come up in the future too. Also, our youth council representatives had a really valuable say in this and led that youth voice. Interestingly, this report also captures and celebrates who we are, but it recognises that a lot of our residents are doing it tough with compounding issues such as cost of living. And the two suburbs with the highest level of rental stress at the moment are both suburbs that I represent in the Delahaye ward, Delahaye suburb and Kings Park. So it's really important moving forward how we deliver on creating accessible living, improving mental wellbeing opportunities for our residents, also addressing food insecurity, which this report covers too. So really proud to present this tonight.
Thank you, Councillor Nicolik. Had anyone else like to speak to the motion? Councillor Pham.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. It's great to see the final draft of where Brimbank is coming to life with, the participate over 490 community members that have their say. And it's important that we bring up this strategy that is actually formed by voice of community member. And as other councillors said as well, I also attend the pop-up consultation and heard from people who don't even speak English, who never actually participate in any of the consultation because they thought that their voice wouldn't be heard. Like, what is it for? So I have to encourage people to, just say it and you see how your voice will be, transforming into real life. I did it, and I would recommend you to do it. So with the collective voice of community, we formed this up, and also that will come up with the 13 strategic priority and 40 initiative for the next 4 years that we're gonna, based on what community say and put it in action. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Pham. Would anyone else like to speak to the motion? Councillor Nguyen.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I also want to say that I'm really proud of our We Are Brimbank Council plan because it's a shared vision of our community shaped through more than a year of genuine consultation and collaboration. I'm especially proud of how this plan puts people and climate action at its heart. And by recognizing the climate emergency as a key health and well-being priority, we're responding to what our community has long called for, which is action on extreme heat, pollution, and environmental sustainability. And our plan sets clear goals on protecting green spaces, expanding our tree canopy, reducing emissions, and supporting our community to build climate resilience. And together, these pros show that our collective commitment to justice, sustainability, and a better future for everyone who calls this city a home. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Nguyen. Would anyone else like to speak to the motion? I'll put the motion to the vote. Or in favour, please raise your hand. I declare motion carried. We move to item number 12.3, Planning Activity Update and Delegate Decisions and Planning Scheme Amendments Update, September 2025. I invite Director Wash to present their report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The purpose of this report is to provide Council with an update and status report on planning permit applications and trends in planning approvals in the city, and decisions made under delegated authority during the month of September regarding these planning permit applications and other matters. The report also provides Council with a status on current planning scheme amendments as at the 30th of September of this year, and officers recommend that Council notes the activity report, including the attachments detailing the planning scheme amendments and delegated decisions. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Director Wash. Councillor, are there any questions to Director Wash? May I have the mover for the motion, please? Councillor Pham.
I move the motion per se screen. Thank you.
So may I have the seconder, please? Madam Deputy Mayor.
I second the motion per shared screen.
Thank you. Councillor Pham, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Madam Deputy Mayor, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Other councillor would like to speak to the motion? I'll put the motion to the vote. All in favor, please raise your hand. I declare the motion carried. Report number 12.4, Planning Compliance Activity Update, the 1st July to the 30th September 2025. I invite Director Wash to present their report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The purpose of this report is to provide council and the community line of sight to planning compliance activity, and it's provided to council quarterly. So this is the first quarter for the financial year, the current financial year. Officers recommend that council notes the activity included within the activity update report. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Director Wash. Are there any questions to Director Wash, councillors? May I have the mover, please? Councillor Nikolic.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. I'd like to move the motion as per the shared screen.
May I have the seconder, please? Councillor Bouch.
Second the motion as per shared screen, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Nikolic, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Bouch, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. I put the motion to the vote. All in favour, please raise your hand. I declare the motion carried. Thank you. Report number 12.5, Governance Report, October 2025. I invite Director Hill to present their report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The Governance Report is a standing monthly report to Council prepared in accordance with best practice and good governance principles and to ensure compliance with the requirements of the Local Government Act 2020, the Model Code of Conduct and the Councillor Support Policy. It is a summary of governance activity and standard items, which includes a report on the exercise of delegated authority, councillor representatives and delegates' reports from committees, councillor declarations of representations by members of Parliament, and records of informal meetings of council. In October, the Governance Report asks Council to consider adopting the proposed Council meeting dates for 2026, adopting and updating the Privacy and Health Information Policy, adopting the Significant Tree Policy, authorising the CEO to negotiate and sign on behalf of Council an amended Section 173 agreement, including funding, access deed and direct deed, subject to officer review and recommendations for the delivery of Wominjeka Plaza and the car park works. Council is also asked to note the Audit and Risk Committee meeting minutes from the 4th of September 2025 and the final report of the municipal monitors appointed to Brimbank City Council and the revised Good Governance 10-point action plan, which will be reported on biannually. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Director Hill. Councillor, are there any questions to Director Hill? May I have the mover, please? Councillor Pham.
I move the report per se screen. Thank you.
May I have the seconder, please? Councillor Truong.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm second mover lie on the screen. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Pham, would you like to speak to the motion?
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. I would like to address the informal meeting of councillor with Western Melbourne Tourism Board, and in that meeting we talk about the LUC website. That after it being released on the 12th of September, the boards continue getting feedback to make the website better with more branding and listing toward the Western Suburb municipality. At the moment, the listing will part of Stage 1 curation, and at Stage 2, the site development will follow and will provide potential expansion of listing across the region. And another exciting thing that we discussed about with the new Sky bus service to Sunshine, as I know that Councillor Tarkos was a very active advocate for this matter. We finally have it coming to life. So the Sky bus Melbourne Airport bus links from Sunshine Station announced great news for the West, and it will launch in November 9. So hopefully it will provide a better transport to improve increase our visitor economy and also the connectivity from Sunshine to Melbourne Airport for tourism, but also for job opportunity as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Pham. Councillor Chuang, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Has anyone else like to speak to the motion? I put the motion to the vote. Or in favor, please raise your hand. I declare the motion carried. We move to report number 12.6, Draft Social Justice Framework 2025. I invite Director Dumbo to present their report.
Thank you, Mayor. This report is presented to Council to consider endorsing the Draft Social Justice Framework 2025 at Attachment 1 to the report for the purpose of undertaking community consultation for 4 weeks. The draft framework affirms Council's formal commitment to equity, inclusion and social justice in Brimbank, guiding all decisions and services to address and reduce social inequalities within our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Dumbo. Councillor, are there any questions to Director Dumbo? May I have the mover, please? Councillor Nguyen.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to move the motion as per shared screen.
Thank you. May I have the mover, seconder, please? Councillor Tarkos.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. I second the motion as per shared screen.
Thank you. Councillor Nguyen, could you like to speak to the motion?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm very proud to support our Draft Social Justice Framework 2025, which reaffirms Brimbank's strong and ongoing commitment to fairness, human rights, equity, and inclusion. Brimbank is one of the most diverse and multicultural communities in Victoria, and that diversity is one of our greatest strengths. We also know that structural and systemic barriers still exist. This framework ensures that differences does not lead to disadvantage. This framework is powerful in that it applies the principles of inclusivity, equity, accountability, respect, and human rights in all that we do. It aligns with Victoria's Charter of Human Rights and Responsibilities and ensures that we continue to protect and promote human rights at the local level through everything from our programs to our infrastructure. I also want to highlight the framework's intersectional approach that recognizes that people's experiences are shaped by many overlapping factors such as race, gender, disability, class, age, and sexuality. These intersections can compound disadvantage, but they can also reveal opportunities for targeted action. So by applying this approach, we're committing to truly understand the complex realities of people's lives and respond in ways that are fair and inclusive and effective. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Nguyen. Councillor Tarkos, would you like to speak to the motion?
Thanks, Madam Mayor. Yeah, I just wanted to say that social justice is a guiding principle that underpins all our work, particularly strategic planning. By working to reduce the disproportionate barriers an individual may face and thereby enable greater opportunity for all people to thrive. One of the ways we do this is also through our advocacy. And an example of that is, I'd like to say, is the membership of the Gambling Alliance, which we, together with other councils collectively, that are impacted by this huge issue, target the social inequity created by gambling harm that has a flow-on effect to family members, to our community, especially children. Recent data shows that our LGA continues to have the highest losses in the most disadvantaged postcodes, and this is truly troubling for us. The perspectives of inequity and social costs that this has on our council has been strongly committed in countering by advocating for stronger reforms and reducing the harms of gambling in our community. And we know, Madam Mayor, that when we do look at the postcodes with the highest EGMs, there is no accident that these are also the areas with the highest disadvantage. And I'm very proud of this council's record of continuing strong advocacy and promoting strong reforms in gambling harm.
Thank you, Councillor Tarkos. Would anyone else like to speak to the motion? Councillor Kerr?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This framework is about ensuring fairness, respect, and opportunity for everyone in our community. It reminds us that good leadership means listening, understanding, and making decisions that help people build better lives for themselves and their families. To me, social justice is not about grand statements. It's about simple fairness, treating people with dignity, and making sure support reaches those who truly need it. It's also about encouraging participation, pride, and community connection, values that make Brimbank such a strong and caring place. In my ward, I see those values every day. Neighbours helping neighbours, local businesses giving back, and people taking pride in where they live. This framework should strengthen that spirit and ensure we continue to build a fair, respectful, and united community. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Kerr. Madam Deputy Mayor?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Brimbank Council adopted the Brimbank Social Justice Charter in 2008. Council highly values social justice and the principles that it encompasses. As a councillor, I sat on the Committee of Social Justice for a number of years. I could see firsthand how Council worked with other stakeholders to make sure we implement social justice in our various services. I also remember consulting with other organizations on how we can improve our services. This led to the development of the draft social justice framework, which we are endorsing tonight. This framework incorporates a diversity, equity, and inclusion lens. Earlier, Council endorsed the We Are Brimbank report, which has an inclusivity statement and acknowledges social justice as a guiding principle that underpins all our work. This is certainly a great step forward and reflects a continued great commitment to social justice. The draft social justice framework outlines the various ways in which Council will apply its social justice lens in all its services across the municipality.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor. Would anyone else like to speak to the motion? Councillor Fan?
To the chair, I think Brimbank is a very diverse community, which by having this framework come up, I actually one thing in this framework that's really interested me is inclusivity, and not to devalue the other one, but I feel this is important to actually talk more about inclusivity is because with the minority of some of the community, they don't think that they are included, or without speaking the main language at English, they don't think they may be belonging, or even people with disability or people in LGBT community like probably not feeling included. So I think it's very important to highlight that inclusivity in our framework. And one great example of that was in July this year. We actually have the first Victoria disability flag that being raised in Victoria, in Brimbank. So it's held in Brimbank, and I think it's really a significant thing that we do to recognize that the inclusivity of people in our community. Small thing, contribute a lot to the say, and I think that is important. Everyone feel have to make everyone feel Brimbank is at their home, not to be excluded. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Pham. Would anyone else like to speak to the motion? I put the motion to the vote or in favour. Please your hand. Thank you. I declare the motion carried. The report number 12.7, final draft role management plan 2025. I invite Director Lever to present their report.
Thank you, Mayor. This report presents a road management plan 2025 to 2029 for council adoption. All councils are required to develop and maintain a road management plan. A draft road management plan was presented to council in July and endorsed for consultation. Consultation has been undertaken now and council received some comments and feedbacks on the plan. Much of this was supportive and there was nothing received through that consultation that required an amendment to the plan. As such, the road management plan is now being presented to council as final for adoption. The revised road management plan reduces the intervention levels to 25 millimetres in high activity areas and 35 millimetres in medium activity areas, meaning that if adopted, the plan will lead to increased service and lower level defects and lower risk to the community. So I commend this report to council.
Thank you, Director Lever. Councillor, are there any questions to Director Lever? Councillor Takos?
Thanks, Director Leaders. I just need a clarification on the intervention level. Is it 25 millimetres in high and medium activity areas and 35 millimetres in low activity areas?
Sorry, Councillor, it's a very good pickup you've made there. My apologies, you're correct. So it's option A in the report, and option A is 25 in high and medium activities and 35 in low activities, yes.
Thank you, Director Lever. And thank you, Councillor Takos. Would anyone else like to speak, to have a question to Director Lever? May I have the mover, please? Councillor Maria Kerr?
I'd like to move the motion as per the shared screen.
Thank you, Councillor Kerr. May I have the seconder, please? Councillor Bouch?
Second the motion as per shared screen, Madam Mayor, thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Bouch. Councillor Kerr, would you like to speak to the motion?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This plan is about getting the basics right. Safe, well-maintained roads and footpaths that our community can rely on. Good roads aren't a luxury. They're essential for safety, local business and everyday life. Brimbank maintains over 1,600 kilometres of local roads and we're doing our part, managing them responsibly and efficiently. But we can't do it alone. Our community deserves its fair share of state investment. The western suburbs carries the growth and the traffic, but yet often stops short of where it's most needed. I'm calling on the state government to step up to match our commitment with real support for road upgrades, safety improvements and long-term infrastructure renewal. Everyone knows that Taylor's Road needs to be deemed a state road and we need the funding urgently to actually extend it and make it safe for all the users. Strong communities are built on solid foundations and in Brimbank that starts with the roads beneath our feet. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Kerr. Councillor Bouch, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, I just echo what Councillor Kerr has just said and it was much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Bouch. Would anyone else like to speak to the motion? Councillor Nikolic?
Thanks, Madam Mayor. I spoke earlier in the year on the proposed changes to the defect intervention levels, and I shared some resident concerns, not just because they were unsightly, they couldn't get their repairs fixed, even though they were ratepayers for 30, 50 years, because we didn't have that criteria in the policy. And a huge win for accessibility as well, wheelchair users, mobility aids, and people with prams too. So 1.8 million to achieve this compliance on the intervention levels is a huge win. I'm really happy for this tonight.
Thank you, Councillor Nikolic. Would anyone else like to speak to the motion? I put the motion to the vote. All in favor, please raise your hand. I declare the motion carried. Thank you. We move to report number 12.8, final draft 10-year assess plan 2025-2035. I invite Director Lever to present their report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This report presents the Asset Plan 2025 to 2035 council adoption. Like the Road Management Plan, all councils are required to develop and maintain a 10-year asset plan. And this draft asset plan was presented to council in July and endorsed for consultation. We've now been through that consultation, and we did receive some comments and feedback on the plan. Much of this was positive and in support of the plan, and there was nothing received that required the plan to be amended. As such, this is the final plan being presented for adoption. If adopted, the plan will inform council's approach to asset management and assist to ensure assets are managed sustainably. So I commend this report to council.
Thank you, Director Lever. Councillor, would anyone have a question to Director Lever? No. May I have the mover, please? Councillor Tarkos?
I move the report as per business screen.
Thank you, Councillor Tarkos. May I have the seconder, please? Councillor Pham?
I second the report at the screen. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Tarkos, would you like to speak to the motion?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Yeah, I'd just like to say that the Brimbank Asset Plan 25 to 35 is a strategic blueprint of how we will manage $2.88 billion in community assets over the next decade. This includes our roads, our buildings, our parks, our footpaths, stormwater systems to ensure that they are safe and sustainable. What we've got to understand is that as we develop and there is a lot more, houses being built, our stormwater systems, some of them that are over 100 years old, have to sustain a lot more usage of water in a very old system. So we need to spend money accordingly to upgrade these systems to prevent flooding. Some of the feedback we've received from public consultation includes we need to improve mowing in some areas. Frequency and presentation of our roads and our nature strips are a constant source of our inquiries from our community. Increase in our community's prioritisation and pride in our city. A lot more people, as we know, are noticing rubbish dumped, vandalism and also graffiti. That shows the increase in pride in our community, and what our response has been accordingly to ensure that we implement funding to increase cleaning of this illegal dumping to keep our community clean. The other feedback was that we have flexible and accessible spaces, especially for people with disabilities and elderly. A lot more people are asking for our parks to reflect that the usage and access of people with disabilities and also elderly who also enjoy going to use exercise equipment and keeping fit in our parks. So I'm glad that our park upgrades are starting to reflect the needs and for greater activation in them. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tarkos. Councillor Pham, would you like to speak to the motion?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just a brief one. So this plan addresses the challenges such as aging infrastructure and climate change with focus on access, renewal and maintenance. So with over the 10-year period 2025 to 2030, the average annual access renewal expenditure is projected at approximately 34.87 million, with split out to road receiving a largest share at 23.37 million per year. Hopefully that will make people happy with their footpath and local road. And building and open space follow at 7.86 million and 2.74 million respectively, with footpath at 196 and stormwater at 698,000. So I think it should be noted in the financial allocation toward the renewal of this planning expenditure. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Pham. Would anyone else like to speak to the motion? I put the motion to the vote? All in favor, please raise your hand. I declare the motion passed. We move to report number 12.9, 23/3279, Conservation Land Management Services Contract Extension. I invite Director Wash to present their report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. In November 2022, Council awarded a contract for the Conservation Land Managers Services for initial 3 years with the option to extend for an additional two-year periods. And this contract was for a panel of 16 contractors. The purpose of this report is for Council to consider the first option or the first extension option to the panel of suppliers for a 2-year period commencing on the 12th of December of this year. And this contract would be established under a schedule of rates. Officers recommend that Council enters into the extension of the contract for conservation land management services to the 16 contractors detailed in the officer recommendation. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Director Wash. Councillor, had anyone have question to Director Wash? May I have the mover, please? Councillor Tarkos?
I move the report as per business screen. Thank you.
May I have the seconder, please? Councillor Kerr?
I second the report as per the shared screen.
Thank you, Councillor Kerr. Councillor Tarkos, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Councillor Kerr, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Kerr. Anyone else like to speak to the motion? I put the motion to the vote. All in favour, please raise your hand. I declare the motion carried. We move to item number 12.10, contract number 25/3610 MAV RD7214 to 2024 statewide roads panel contract. I invite Director Lever to present their report. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This report recommends the award of a panel contract for the purpose of roadworks for bitumen and asphalt supply and for application and laying services, respectively. The report recommends awarding a contract to a panel of contractors with 5 contractors selected for each service to provide choice and flexibility when awarding the works. Each contractor has provided the schedule rates, and this approach will allow officers to assess each job and award the works on the basis of value for money. The recommendation is to award for a period of 4 years and 2 months with an option to extend for a further 5 years at Council's discretion, and I recommend this to Council.
Thank you, Director Lever. Councillor, are there any questions to Director Lever? May I have the mover, please? Councillor Pham?
I move the report at the share screen. Thank you.
May I have the seconder, please? Councillor Nikolic?
I second the report as per the shared screen. Thanks, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Councillor Pham, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor Pham. Councillor Nikolic, would you like to speak to the motion?
No, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Nikolic. Had anyone else like to speak to the motion? I put the motion to the vote. All in favour, please raise your hand. Thank you. The motion carried. Item number 13, notice of motion. There are no notice of motion. Item number 14, notice of rescission. There are no notice of rescission. Item number 15, urgent business. Madam CEO, is there any urgent business?
There is no urgent business. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Madam CEO. Item number 16, confidential business. There are no items for confidential business. So we move to the meeting close. That brings us to the conclusion for tonight's meeting. Thank you to everyone in the galleries and those viewing the live stream of this meeting. I declare the meeting closed at 8:34 p.m. And I instruct everyone to stop live streaming this meeting and have a good night.